Hello friends, today I'm going to show you how to make carrot cake macarons. These carrot cake macarons are filled with actual carrot cake, cream cheese frosting, and they're also topped with a carrot made out of royal icing. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every week. Place a bowl over a pan with barely simmering water. Add sugar and egg whites. And whisk until the sugar has completely melted for 1 to 2 minutes. You can test by touching the mixture between your fingers, and if you don't feel any sugar granules, you can remove it from the heat. Then transfer the syrup to a mixer. With the whisk attachment, start whisking on low and then gradually increase the speed to medium. Finish whipping on medium or medium-high until the meringue achieves stiff peaks. The peaks should be shooting straight up, they should not be bending down to the side. Now I'm going to transfer the meringue to this bowl so I can show you the macaronage process a little bit better. Add the sifted powdered sugar and almond flour to the meringue and start folding with a spatula. I should also tell you that I'm making a double batch here, which is why it seems like there's so much more ingredients, but I'm giving you the ingredients down below for just one batch. Do the macaronage until the batter is flowing slowly and effortlessly off the spatula. And you should also be able to draw several figure eights with the batter that's flowing off the spatula without having it break up. And then even after it breaks up, it should still continue to flow slowly off the spatula. At this point, transfer the batter to a piping bag fitted with a round tip. Place the piping bag 90 degrees over the center of each circle template. Apply pressure as you pipe for about 3 to 5 seconds, and then quickly pull the bag up, twisting slightly at the top. Once you've piped the shells, bang the trays against the counter or against the palm of your hands to release any air bubbles, and use a toothpick to pop any remaining air bubbles from the surface of the shells. Then let the macarons sit until the shells dry. They're ready to be baked when you can touch the surface of a macaron and it doesn't stick to your finger. I baked my macarons at a 325 Fahrenheit oven. The optimal temperature for your oven might be different than mine. After 5 minutes baking, rotate the tray if necessary. Again, not all bakers have to do this, I have to do this, otherwise my feet will come out lopsided. Halfway through baking, you can place a piece of parchment or foil on top of the macarons so they don't brown too much. I like to do this with white or with pastel color macarons. Bake the macarons for a total of 15 to 20 minutes. To know when the macarons are done baking, you can try to move one, and if it doesn't feel jiggly, you can remove it from the oven. Now we're going to make the carrot cake for the center of the macarons. In a bowl, whisk the oil and sugar together. Then add the egg and whisk until combined. Finally, add the flour, cinnamon, baking powder, baking soda, and salt, and mix until smooth. Lastly, add shredded carrots and stir. Pour the batter on the bottom of a 9 by 13 inch pan lined with parchment paper. Don't worry, the batter is supposed to be really thin. Bake in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes. Let the cake cool down completely before using it to fill the macarons. Now we're going to make the royal icing so we can make the carrots. Add powdered sugar and meringue powder to the bowl of a mixer. Then add water and beat all of the ingredients together for about 5 minutes on high speed. And now I'm going to divide the royal icing between 2 bowls. We're going to color one bowl green and the other bowl orange. And if you went too far and added too much water, you might need to add more powdered sugar to make it stiffer. The consistency of the royal icing should be flowing but not too liquidy. Place the icing in piping bags fitted with a small round tip. I used tip number 3 and tip number 2. Here I have my carrot template. You can grab this on my website, you can download it and print it so you can pipe the carrots. Place a piece of parchment paper on top of the carrots and begin piping. I like to first pipe the orange part of the carrot and then after a few minutes pipe the green leaves. Let the icing dry for at least a few hours or maybe overnight until completely set. Now let's make the cream cheese frosting. Beat the cream cheese and butter together with an electric mixer for about 2 minutes until light and fluffy. Add powdered sugar, cinnamon, and vanilla extract. Mix on low until the powdered sugar is incorporated with the cream cheese and butter, and then raise the speed to medium or medium-high and beat the mixture until nice and fluffy. If the frosting is too runny, you can add more powdered sugar to make it stiffer. And if the frosting is too stiff or dry, you can add a teaspoon of water or milk to thin it out. Then place the frosting in a piping bag. To decorate the macarons, I'm going to dip the top shells in melted white chocolate so I can stick the carrot on top. You could even use royal icing to do this too, instead of white chocolate. While the white chocolate is still wet, you can put a royal icing carrot on top of the shell. Now we're going to use a round cutter that's smaller than the diameter of the macaron to cut out circles of the carrot cake. Here I just used a piping tip. Place each carrot cake circle on the bottom shell. Remember, the cake should not be too thick, otherwise you're going to have a problem forming the macaron sandwich later. Pipe a ring of frosting around the edges of the macaron. Then top with a decorated shell. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. For the full recipe and full instructions, you can go to my blog, piesandtacos.com. I'm going to put a link down below in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!